So this suppose a different take, different as in the title. It is a bit different. It's certainly not as idiotic as most others. It does end sort of similarly, very cheesily. That's the problem. But otherwise, it's not too similar with regards to the content itself. Yeah, it was sort of interesting, how it happened as opposed to the same exact thing with every other side, especially others with the word in the title, as this does have, but it's not exactly similar. So yeah, I guess could qualify for different. Um, just it's sort of interesting how it went, from trying to, whereas many other movies even try to make you think that somehow, there's really such a being or whatever. No, this is quite plain in the reality of the situation, with the and political situation as well. So it's sort of more realistic than most others. Not that I necessarily want just reality. I mean, it could be fantastic. I like fantastic as well. I just don't really like those that seem to, that aren't really fantastic, and yet when it comes to reality, they make it so idiotically optimistic, naive, et cetera. It, ends up, it not being really about reality at all, but not fantastic either. So, one of those, I've seen so many of that are so boring. This, on the other hand, yeah, it's sort of interesting, I suppose, as to what happened, um, mm, yeah, maybe not quite isn't too strict, possibly as the Carpenter movie. That's even more slightly different, but still not quite as realistic, I suppose. Not as fantastic. I mean, on the other hand, yeah, it is realistic, I suppose. There are certainly others that are more fantastic than both. Ultimately, there's so many boring, same movies that anything different is usually sort of welcome, and yeah, I guess it lives up to its title more than many others, certainly, but not so much the very very end. They really crammed it in.